Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, 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 yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, before we get into the meat and potatoes, please do understand the hurt season hats are still in effect. We're working on some more stuff to bring to you guys as well. But yeah, man, make sure you check out that link. Grab yourself a hurt season hat in support of the QB1. Listen, they taking the city by storm. Period. You know what I'm saying? They taking the city by storm, so make sure you go ahead and grab yours, man, while they still available. Also, man, Big Manscaped still in the building too, as well. Make sure you check and use code Brunson. A lot of people are sending me pics of them using the code and showing me how much money they save. And listen, Father's Day is around the corner. It's coming. It's coming. I got a special announcement by Manscaped around Father's Day time, but it's coming. Father's Day is around the corner, man. Listen, code Brunson will be hot, active, and ready. Make sure you channel in with that code, man, and make sure you take care of pops, man. Save yourself 20% off and free shipping, and the free shipping I fought for that for y'all. So before we get into the meat and potatoes, man, let's talk about it real quick. So the poll that I put up 2 days ago, asking, is it ridiculous to think that Nick Sirianni is the best coach in the division? You know what I mean? It started a little bit of controversy within the comments, and let's dissect it. So basically, the point of me asking the question was not saying that's on the side that wasn't declaring my stance on the question. If you tuned into the round table with me, myself, Law Nation, Louis T, and Bad Dog, you would understand that there was a question already asked of that. And I said Ron Rivera is the best coach in the division. I mean, for multiple reasons. Aside from, the cancer and all of the things that he defeated in his personal life, he's just the best coach in the division in my eyes right now. You can't give Nick Sirianni that praise without having him coach the game. You can't give him that praise. You know what I'm saying? But when you ask a question in this atmosphere of sports sheeps following the herd and following the popular opinion, just by asking that question, people automatically assume that that's the side of the fence that I'm on. No, the point of the question was simply to get the truth. We all know the truth. The answer is no. Nick Sirianni can't be thought of as the best coach in the division right now by logic, because he hasn't even coached the game logically, right? But the question had a deeper meaning. I only asked the question because PFF said, logically, by their logic, Jalen Hurts is the second to last ranked quarterback in the league, behind guys who haven't played a game, like Lawrence, Wilson, and Fields, for example. Logically, how does that even make sense? So that's the point of the question. For people that's still confused, the point of the question is to challenge logic. I hope I'm not losing anybody with this. The point of the question is to challenge the logic. If you can, on one hand, say that Nick Sirianni can't be thought of as the best coach in the division because he hasn't coached the game, how can you, on the other hand, say that these guys who haven't played in the game will already be better than Jalen Hurts? Just doesn't make sense to me, man. Moving on, man. The Philadelphia Eagles acquired Clarke yesterday. I didn't make a video about this yesterday. I wanted to. I got kind of tied up. Dad. Listen, girl dad. I got kind of tied up. So we're going to talk about it today, man. Let's talk about some key points. So I'm reading off my other monitor here. So he played in 148 offensive snaps with the Colts at tackle, committing one penalty and allowing one quarterback sack. That's really good. I believe that was last year. That's really, really good. But let's get into some other things as well. He has good size, really long arms, 6'5", 311 pounds, 36 and 1/8 inch arms, big dude. And he's logged games at guard as well as tackle. But it would be fair to say Clarke was a disappointment in Indianapolis, starting just 15 games in 5 seasons. Something to listen, that's huge. You got to take that into account. The Colts played him exclusively at right guard in 2017, 318 snaps. They never played him there. They never played him on the inside again after that. So in 2017, they tried him in at right guard, 318 snaps. He never went back there again. He's only been with the Colts his whole career so far. The Colts kept Clarke on the bench or inactive for every game of 2019. He didn't take a snap. They're re-signing him to a one-year deal in 2022. Clarke had played in 12 games last season, starting 3 when he went down week 13, left Achilles tear. So he is unlikely to be healthy. So he's unlikely to be healthy for training camp this year. So this signing of Clarke, I don't want to be blunt or just wrong or brutal about this. I think this signing is a favor from a guy that Nick Sirianni likes him. Basically, this is a Nick Sirianni guy. This is a guy that it's a real slim chance that he's going to make this roster. You could think of him as a swing tackle right now. A swing tackle, for those of you who don't know, a swing tackle is basically the first guy off of the bench for the offensive line who could play either left tackle or right tackle. So if something happens where Lane got to come out, then he would be the first guy in. But I don't think he's better than guys like Jack Driscoll. I don't think he's better than Andre Dillard, Jordan Mailata. So I think this is an experiment to see if he's learned anything. Listen, worst case scenario at left tackle. The worst case scenario for the Philadelphia Eagles is that Jordan Mailata is still developing and pans out to be better than what he was last year. He was excellent last year, in my opinion. Andre Dillard comes on and is also excellent. And this guy, Clarke, is also excellent. That's a bad scenario for us because I feel like that if that's the case, the Philadelphia Eagles would gladly cut bait. Happily and gladly cut bait with Andre Dillard. Now, I believe Andre Dillard holds more value being on this roster as a swing tackle rather than trading him for a 4th or 5th round pick. Andre Dillard could ball. He just was injured. Maybe he got a little mental thing going on where it was challenging at first, but he could ball. He just was injured. And I can only imagine that he's licking at the chops to get back and show people what he's made of. Listen, picking up a swing tackle right now while you still have Andre Dillard just don't make no sense. This could mean Andre Dillard is on his way out the door, but Andre Dillard would be a better swing tackle. If you could train him to play on the right side, he would be a better swing tackle. You know what I'm saying? Than Clarke. It is what it is. It's been proven. Now, Jalen Hurts' press conference, man. I mean, I like what he was saying. I like his attitude, as should everybody else. He sounds real confident, real humble, real down to earth. He got that old soul. You know, you could tell he's been through some things, been through some battles. You know what I mean? He doesn't sound like the typical young kid ready to get an opportunity. He doesn't sound overly cocky, but confident at the same time. This is how he was in college, man. I did a lot of digging on him. Everybody already knows about the leadership qualities and what he could bring to the game. Everybody already knows it. You know what I'm saying? The potential is outstanding. The potential, his ceiling, it's just a high ceiling. A lot of people don't want to admit it. A lot of people don't want to dig into why it's a high ceiling, but it's a high ceiling. Anytime anybody's a true dual threat like that, you know what I mean? They don't want to talk about his 70% completion percentage, you know what I mean, at Oklahoma. All they want to talk about is the 50% completion percentage in the NFL where he was basically thrown into the fire. They don't talk about those things. They've tried every trick in the book. I've never seen it done like this. Anytime a quarterback is athletic, they do these things. They tried every trick in the book. Everything. You know what I'm saying? They told you he can't throw the ball. They told you he can't read the defense. They tried all of that. But when you look back at it, that wasn't the case at all. For him to be able to turn around the offense that Carson Wentz, I still believe, is a franchise quarterback, but he struggled with the same guys, and Jalen Hurts had everything moving like a well-oiled machine. Yeah, he was 1-3. They're hanging on to him being 1-3 in one game that he was benched clearly for better for better draft position. You know what I'm saying? They're really counting on that. When we went up against the Arizona Cardinals team that wasn't bad, a Saints team that wasn't bad, they're counting on everything to deter you from the fact that the potential is through the roof. I don't understand the logic behind it. I don't understand the reasoning at all. But I say that to say this. Jalen Hurts said all the right things in the press conference, but it gotta translate to the field. I'm not interested in anybody being a smooth talker. And that goes for Jalen Hurts. But I'm confident that it's going to translate onto the field because skill sets like this don't come around every. This is a skill set that's rare. This is a rare skill set. You know what I mean? So we're going to take it for what it is and we're going to see how this thing goes. But I like how he sounded, but I'm ready to see how he play. I got all the faith in the world in this kid, man. Let me know what you think in the comments, man.